Welcome. Many people today are capable, responsible, high functioning, yet they feel emotionally overwhelmed. From the outside, it may even look stable and successful, and you may be managing your work, your responsibilities, your relationships, but inside, something feels different. You might feel constantly tense, mentally exhausted, emotionally flooded, or unable to truly relax. And this can be confusing because when life looks fine, it can be difficult to understand why the body feels overwhelmed. Today, I want to explain one important reason why this happens. Many of people who experience this kind of overwhelm are actually the ones who are used to being the strong ones, the responsible ones, the ones who hold things together. I felt that. Have you? You might be the person who always people rely on. You solve problems, you carry responsibilities, you keep moving forward. Although you're tired, you're exhausted, but you keep doing it. Even when things are difficult and feel hard. Over time, this can create a pattern where our nervous system stays constant state of pressure. Not always looks dramatic, okay? But it's like a steady ground tension always. Like you're there's not a switch off button. You're always scanning for problems. And to understand this experience, it helps to look at our nervous system. Yes, I love the nervous system. So, your nervous system is designed to protect you. When it detects threat, pressure, uncertainty, and that's when it activates its survival mode. So, in this state, the body prepares for action. Your heart races or increases your heartbeat. Breathing comes shallow. Muscles tense up. You feel like shoulders or, attention becomes alert to potential problems. So you're focused on identifying it. So this is responsible. So this response is responsible. It's okay in short periods, okay? Not on a long run, not on when you cannot rest, right? So when the nervous system remains in the state like this for so long, like these stretches of time, like I was saying, the body begins to experience a chronic activation. And that's when overwhelm can appear. It can come slowly, like a silent, I don't want to use enemy, but, starting to infiltrate slowly in our lives. So this happens to many, many high functional people with like an ongoing level of stress. It cannot look like, or it might not look like a major crisis at the beginning, right? But having constant responsibilities, right? If you are in a high responsibility job or have a company, that stress comes. The deadlines, the expectations, emotional pressure of managing everything. on decision making, and sometimes the lack to have a true rest, right? Because you're always ongoing. So over time, what happens? The system, our nervous system, starts to adapt to this environment, gets used to it, gets used to this stress, and it keeps going. I did it. Oh, yeah. So it learns to be alert. It learns to stay prepared for action at any time. But also, it forgets how to return to safety, to fully return to safety, right? This is why people feel tense even when nothing's happening. Like they're just standing with their family or colleagues and they're always in stress. Their body has simply been operating in a survival mode for too long. So this is why they cannot disconnect from everything that's happening. So when this happens, many people become very hard on themselves. So they start to think or might think, why am I struggling? I have everything, handled. I should be able to handle this better. Or nothing's really wrong. Why I feel so tense? But feeling overwhelmed does not mean you are weak. Often it means your nervous system has been carrying too much pressure for so long. So the body is asking for regulation, not criticism. I know, not more pressure, but support. And sometimes we don't have that near us. So the first step toward helping the nervous system recover is surprisingly simple. There are simple things you can do in your daily life. It begins by creating safety. So this may include slowing the breath. Just lay back and breathe slowly. Have consciously breathing. Okay? It's very simple. Just take it in, stop for a moment, breathe. And you can do this a couple of times until you feel soothing on your system, on your nervous system. Or you could just go outside if you can, even during your shift or while you after a meeting. Just go outside if you can. 5 minutes. And just take a deep breath. This may look so simple, but it's here where we start to regulate our nervous system. Okay? So, these signals, the body, all these practices, signal the nervous system to shift from survival mode and back toward regulation. So, slowly, you're teaching your nervous system to auto-regulate because you give that command. If you recognize yourself in what we talked about today, you're not alone. Many people are learning how to support their nervous system after periods of stress. I'm one of them. I struggled for years with my nervous system in a very stressful situations, in very stressful environments. So yes, I had to learn how to regulate my nervous system so I could thrive, so I could move on with my life. So on this channel, I share practices to help our body return to calm and stability. That's why you can also check my 10-minute nervous system reset meditation that I recently shared. It's only 10 minutes. And it's designed to help your body gently calm down out of overwhelm. So, feeling overwhelmed does not mean something is wrong with you. Maybe you just need to pause or have more pauses than you've been having. So often also means your nervous system is carrying too much load for a long time. Even the right support and practices, it can learn to regulate again. What I mean is, when you start doing these practices, slowly your system is going to integrate these practices and help to regulate again. So move gently and take gentle care of yourself.